time it's been shown in format like this. So we're going to be running through it. You're going to be able to see everything. It's not Pokemon, but it has adorable little animals that do some fighting. So I'm excited to see the whole demo here. So this is SkyMill Studios showing this off. They are going to be doing a raffle. You can demo this exact same game like we're doing up here, past the arcade over at the indie stations. There's a bunch of little indie games over there that are a ton of fun to play, including this one. And at 7 o'clock, they're going to be doing a raffle, which I'll get to in just a little bit, so I'll give that to you at the end. First off, can you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Rob Cravens. I'm the creative director at SkyMill Studios and on our game Kindred Fates.
Amazing. Okay, now, Rob, what do you do on this game? You said you're the creative director, right? So how much of this game do you touch typically? What kind of is your role in it for people who don't know what a creative director does?
Sure. So my role is primarily maintaining the creative vision for the project. That's designing things like the characters, the abilities, the different game mechanics and features that you play through. That's my primary role, but on a small development team like ours, you end up wearing a lot of hats.
Yep. That's a familiar story. Okay, so introduce us to your game. This is Kindred Fates, right?
Absolutely.
What are you doing in Kindred Fates?
Sure. So Kindred Fates is an open world monster catching RPG with action combat. So I can play as my human character here, but then I can also summon a character and control that character in real time now.
Look at it.
This is our mascot, Auburn. It's kind of a little teddy bear dog.
Adorable. Now, am I correct in that this is actually a stuffy that you're raffling off tonight?
That is true. So if you would like to win an Auburn here, you can come to our booth, and at 7 o'clock we'll be raffling 3 of them off.
So all you got to do to get a raffle ticket, wish list on Steam, right?
That's right.
And play it while you're there. It's pretty fun. Okay, so you're running around. I mean, this does remind me of Pokemon, Power World, that sort of thing. But I've played it. It's cooler than those, in my opinion. So, what kind of differentiates Kindred Fates as far as the other kind of genre-specific games go?
Sure. So with Kindred Fates, first and foremost, it's an action combat game. So you control the monsters, and you can set up combos with one character, and then follow through on those with another. One of the other big differences is that we treat all of our types as their own unique play style. So we'll jump into combat here and kind of give you a taste of what that looks like. But as kind of a prerequisite to that, as an example, our grass types, they use a lot of minions, and they'll overwhelm their opponents with numbers. But then the fire types kind of counter that by having these big spells that deal lots of damage in an area so they can wipe out those minions really easily. So it's all skill-based. There's no hard numbers counter that way.
Very cool. Okay. So skill-based, you control everything. So you're going in, is this a difficulty type of setting you're going through here?
Yeah, so we went ahead and picked the hardest difficulty for the AI on this.
Why not?
But this will give you a chance to check out some of the different play styles, some of the different characters, and see what they look like in combat.
Perfect. Okay, so let's see the combat here.
So there's a bunch of different arenas that you can jump into, and this is kind of a demo of what PvP is like. We're using an AI in this case, but on the alpha page on our Steam page, you can try this out too against real players.
So it is fully arena based, at least in this case when you're going in here, and you have kind of a team of them, right? That you can tag out between.
Absolutely.
Look at that. Now you said this is AI that you're fighting, right? What kind of player interactions can you have in Kindred Fates?
So the game supports both single player and co-op as well as PvP. So as far as like interactions with other players, you can challenge them to PvP matches. You can play through the single player story together. And
so
then
fully co-op.
Yes.
Amazing.
As well as trading kinfolk with each other.
How long have you guys been working on this? Because as far as polish goes, it's a beautiful game.
Thank you. So we've been working on this game since 2019. We had a Kickstarter back in February of 2020, and it landed us in the top 5 highest funded video game Kickstarters of the year.
Wow.
We're super stoked about that.
Yeah.
And so we've been carrying that momentum ever since, and continuing to put out updates for people who have been playing the alpha.
Now, I know it's hard to play and talk at the same time. You're doing an incredible job. As people are playing through this, do you have any sort of guides, or are people kind of thrown into the deep end and they really need to kind of experiment with it and figure stuff out?
Yeah, so we definitely encourage experimentation and letting people kind of figure things out. But there is a tutorial section of the game too, where you can learn a lot of stuff, as well as a practice room where you can try out different characters and abilities too.
Amazing. Now, you guys have a full co-op and single-player adventure going through a bunch of different stuff, and the combat looks super fluid, super fun. What's been the development experience going through something like this? I mean, people say, is this your first game as a studio?
As a studio, it's our first game.
Wow.
But we've had the Combat Arena Alpha out for a couple of years now, so we're pretty used to the release cycle and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's been a long development, but very, very rewarding. We love coming out here to cons and getting to meet fans in person and watch them try out the game, get feedback on it, and show them new stuff.
Now, when people are playing this game, you show it to other people. They get excited about it. What do you want people to be getting out of this game? They play it. You want them to come out and say, "Man, I really loved," or what kind of feelings, experiences are you looking to have with something like this?
Sure. So when it comes to the combat, we want them to experience something that they can't get anywhere else. And when you translate a lot of the things that people are kind of used to in turn-based combat, monster catching games like Pokemon, to a real-time environment, it makes for something very unique and different. But we also take some inspiration from games like Genshin Impact or Super Smash Bros. Even for some of this stuff. So we blend a lot of things into combat. We want people to feel that it's a competitive game. It's challenging, but it's very unique and rewarding also. But that's just for the PvP. The single player side, we really want to get players attached to their party members. In our game, these monsters are not just voiceless animals that you capture and just kind of use interchangeably. They can talk. They have personalities of their own. They have favorite flavors of food. They have likes and dislikes, moralities. They will comment on the things that you do in the story. And if those actions that you take do not line up with their morality, then they will let that be known. If you continue to do things that go against what they want to see you do, they could even leave you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a little bit too close to real life sometimes. I want to make sure that my party members are happy.
Absolutely.
Now, you've been working on this for a while. When is it releasing? When can we expect to fully play this?
Sure. So a full release is still a little ways off, but we're hoping to have the single player updates come out sometime next year, so you can start getting a feel for the story and what that kind of stuff is like. But the multiplayer is out now in alpha, so people can hop over to Steam and try that out there. The version that we're playing here is a more recent version than what you'll find on Steam, but it'll be coming out as an update here very soon.
Amazing. And you clearly have played this before and while talking, which is very impressive. Where can people play this? Is it going to be primarily on Steam? Where is it going to be played?
Yeah, so it's on Steam right now, but in the future we're hoping to get it out to all the major consoles. But yeah, we're just focusing on getting everything feeling right on PC for the moment.
Okay, so again, you guys are over at the indie stations over there. People can play this exact same demo, and there is a raffle going on. Can you pull out Auburn one more time?
Oh yeah, this little guy right here.
This little guy. So that's the exact plushie that is getting raffled off at 7 o'clock. So only in about 50 minutes or so. All you got to do to get a chance at getting one of 3 of those plushies, right, is go play the game and wishlist it on Steam. It's over there. Thank you so much, Ralph. This is, I mean, such an incredible game, and I'm excited to have been playing it and for people to try it out. So we'll Steam wish list it, and excited to be able to play it with everybody. Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Give it up for Rob at Skymill Studios for Kindred Fates.
We are just getting started with our indie demos. We got another one coming up. You may have seen this next group. They are the